The bathroom bill is moving forward after more than 10 hours of testimony.
This bill is designed really not to protect anybody's safety, but it is really to target and stigmatize and demonize the transgender community.
People, especially our children, deserve the right to feel safe when they're going to the restroom.
It passed 8-1 out of a Senate committee and will now go to a full vote. With more protests and testimony planned, we wanted to find out if any of it makes an impact on lawmakers. KXAN political reporter Phil Prazen takes an in-depth look.
People testified here at the state capitol for nearly 10 hours on a bill that would require people to use the bathroom in public buildings based on their birth certificate. But many people told me here today they do not feel like they've been heard. Despite the hundreds of protesters and people who came to testify, like Kimberly Shapley, the votes are already known.
I think too often we get in these bubbles that we live in.
She came to speak up for her transgender daughter, but the people she made her case to already made promises to their voters back home and stand on those promises.
So the majority is not always right, and that's why we have laws in place that say you can't discriminate.
They had their mind made up when they came in here.
This is the third time the mayor of New Hope, Texas, Jess Herbst, has come to the Capitol to testify.
I will be shocked if they don't vote yes and pass this straight on. I'm fully expecting that. But I'm also expecting to be back here next week.
It won't change any votes because the people who the politicians are answering to are probably not in the building.
Scott Braddock, editor of thequorumreport.com, has sat through hundreds of committee hearings. He says despite the cries and tears Friday, lawmakers will do what will get them elected in a primary. A poll by the Texas Tribune shows that more than 70% of Tea Party voters want this bill. That, and it's a pet issue of the lieutenant governor, who can make or break a candidate in a GOP primary.
At the end of the day, these politicians are going to answer to the people back home who put them in office.
We spoke with Senator Lois Kolkhorst, the author of the bill, after the hearing, and she says that the people who oppose the bill are giving her valuable information.
Sitting through the testimony, and having emotional testimony is something that I think we have a duty to do, and it certainly touches my heart.
And like many issues here at the Capitol, opponents say that if they can't sway minds here in the Senate, they'll try in the House, where they think they'll have a better chance. And if it passes the entire Texas legislature, well, they'll take it to the courts. Several civil rights groups tell me that they do expect to file a lawsuit on this Texas Privacy Act. At the Capitol, Phil Prazen, KXAN News.
Supporters of this bill say they are doing this in the name of public safety and want criminals to think twice before committing a crime in a bathroom. Some people did show up today to support the bill, saying they felt uncomfortable using the bathroom with a member of the opposite sex. And for analysis on all of the developments from the first week of the special session, make sure to check out State of Texas in depth as a KXAN.com exclusive. You will find it online Sunday morning at 8 a.m.